Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. I hope you guys are having a great day today. And as you can already tell, we're getting ready to get into another Talk It Out Week review, where I'm going to be sharing with you guys the ins and outs of my week, from individual counseling to small groups to whole group lessons, just all that and above. So if you are interested, you're definitely going to want to keep on watching. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. All right, you guys, let's get into my week. So as you guys know, it is a new year, 2021. So school is back in session. We actually started January 4th. And instead of having all the kids come back to school, we actually have majority of the kids where they are doing virtual learning at home. And then we have about 25% of our students back in school. And those students that have came back are only our tier 3, tier 2 students. So with that being said, we are not fully back in session, but we have about maybe 100 kids or less that's here. So coming back, on Monday, January 4th, one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I did was do my check-ins with my students, especially when they're coming back from a long break. And so I have students that I have already, on my radar to make sure that I check in with them. And that is what I did that morning. And then I also had received some news that one of my students had lost their stepdad due to gun violence. And so I had to make sure that I talked to that student. And when you are meeting with students like that, sometimes you, especially with the grade level that I have, you don't want to just go right into, hey, I heard that your dad died. Like, that's not something that you want to do. And I don't think I would do that even if they are older. First, I would like to talk about their weekend, or I would talk about their winter break. What are some things that they were able to do? And hopefully with them telling me their winter break or whatever has took place during the time that they were gone from school, that hopefully they will share that information with me, that they may have lost a loved one. However, if they don't, after our conversation, I might ask them, did anything, happen that was very surprising, or did anything happen that made you sad over the winter break? And I would kind of go into it like that to see if they will open up with me. So my student was able to open up with me, and I was able to really just help them through that time. Another thing that I did was I did my whole group check-ins, and that's just basically where we have our students that is separated. So we have our second grade that's in gym, our first graders that's in the library, and our kindergartners that's in the cafeteria. And so I just go into each of those areas and I just walk around, I talk to them, I see how they're doing, ask them about their day. I also had to prepare for a suicide training. I had to actually do the pre-survey so that I can get that all finished, so that when I have the actual training on Tuesday, all that will be out the way. That's pretty much the gist of what I did Monday. Did my check-ins, whole group check-ins, and just really just sat in with my students. So Tuesday, I actually had my QPR training, which is the suicide training that took place like from 8:30 to like 9:48. And so I was able to sit in that and really just get some more information on what to expect when you're dealing with students that want to commit suicide, how to handle that situation, what are the signs of that. And I'm actually going to be doing a video pretty soon talking about the signs and what to look for. But I'm just glad that I was able to get some more training on this. I actually had done this training before, but it was like a couple of years ago, and so I was happy to just freshen back up on those things. So at the school that I'm at, I actually work really closely with the SPED teacher, and I absolutely just love her. She is awesome at what she does. She's awesome with the students, and in particular one of the students that I work with, I just have to always check in with that student. So me and her kind of just tag team and work together when it comes down to, making sure that this student is successful in class when she's with her. I had taught a lesson to my second graders on just manners and the importance of manners and treating people with respect. And so I actually just had to come up with that lesson because our art teacher had to leave, and so I had to just fill in. So I was just happy that I had a lesson I could just, come right out and do with the students. And that's why I say it's so important to have extra lessons that you can do, so that when any time that you have to fill in or whatever, you have something that is up your sleeve so that the kids won't just be sitting idle. Wednesday, I really work with attendance and trying to follow up on like 504 stuff. I also had to meet with students that did not want to come to school because they missed their parents, and whatnot. So I had to follow up with those students as well. And I had to do another whole group check-in. And so that's pretty much what my day on Wednesday consists of. Thursday, I actually had to follow up with some people that reached out to me concerning a parent that might be homeless, which if the parent's homeless, then that means the students are homeless. And so I had to reach out to them just to see what is going on. Is there anything that the school can do to help? And just really just check in on those students and making sure that the mom is, okay as well. Especially because they were not coming to school this week. And so the teachers actually reached out to me, and we all kind of just tag team, with calling the mother and just seeing if we were able to reach them and just figure out how they were doing. And then on Friday, we actually had no school because it snowed. So we had a snow day. So that was just a really good breather for the first week of school, because everything was pretty much just hectic and trying to get back on schedule, trying to get the kids back on schedule. But for the most part, my week was great. If I had to pick a jewel this week, I would choose just being able to do that suicide training. I'm all about just continually to further my knowledge on topics, especially with suicide, so that I know what to look out for. So I really enjoy having that training and being able to be a part of that. So that is pretty much what my week looked like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What did your week look like? What was something that stuck out to you? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Just put it down in the comments below. I thank you guys so much for your time, and I will see you next time.